from beneath the dust. I will shake all the pain and the sorrows from my past. I will see a brand new day as I receive a second chance from the God above. Lift me up and let me stand from the valleys below unto the highest plane. Give me wings.
And yes, that I Will Rise, that's an official soundtrack for the Mount Zion movie, The Manager. And the reason for that song is that's because we'll be talking about the history of the Mount Zion film ministry today and today alone. And of course, it's going to be a continuous because they've done a lot of projects and they've produced a lot of movies for the past 25 years. And as you all know, they've been in existence since that time. And in active evangelical drama on stage and in movies, has a trailblazing drama ministry, and they've actually raised thousands in the drama ministry across the nations of the world. So we'll be looking at the history today and some of the work they've done in the past. You're welcome to the Movie Enthusiast Show here on Lagoon Radio, where we give you all you need to know about the movies and of course the ones you need to watch. Thank you for being a part of this show. I'm glad you're just tuning in. You're very welcome. If you've joined me from the beginning, you're still welcome. The time is 15 minutes gone past 5 p.m. and of course, we're just about to get started. Don't forget to like on Facebook at Lagoonradio.Ng, on Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. You can also download the Lagoon Radio app on Google Play Store and App Store, irrespective of the device that we use. And I already said earlier, we're looking at the history of the Mount Zion movie film ministry. My name remains DJ Shab and I'm your host on today's Movie Enthusiast Show. Sit back, relax as we go on this very short break, and when we get back, it will be a continuation of the Movie Enthusiast Show. I'll be right back.
This is Lagoon Radio. There's a passion in my heart and a burden in my spirit. It is for my generation. Are we living according to His plan? There's a path and purpose for every man. There's a calling for greater harvest. God is calling, will you answer? Will you walk on this journey of faith? We're on the train going to heaven. We're on the journey of faith. And when our life here is over, we will answer to God. This is a train of glory. This is a journey of joy. 'Cause when our work here is over, we will hear well done. There is a picture in my heart, an expectation in my spirit. On that one and final day, I will see on your face many smiles. It will be Lagoon Radio.
Yeah, welcome back to the Movie Enthusiast Show with me, DJ Shab, and that's the train theme song. If you, I actually talked about the movie on one of my shows here. So that's the theme song from the train, and this is sung by J. Mikey and Lawrence Hoyer. Thank you very much for tuning in, and you're welcome to the show proper. Today, I said we'll be talking about the history of the Mount Zion film ministry, how it began, how far they've come. So over 36 years ago, on Sunday, 5th of August 1985, the Mount Zion Faith Ministries began with the name Mount Zion Christian Productions. It was born out of burden and vision in the hearts of evangelist Mike and Gloria Bamiloye to actually evangelize the world through the medium of drama and film productions. If you look back to their very first movie, you can tell and you can deduct from it that yes, it's been quite a long time ago and they've really been doing well ever since then. And the purpose of which this ministry was created has never failed, and they're still in it. God has been really there for them. Okay, so the ministry took off with Mike Bamiloye and Gloria Obembe. Now Gloria Bamiloye and another sister, her name is Grace Adeyemi. She's now Grace Femi Akitunde, who joined the ministry the day the another sister member withdrew. So the sisters were then students of the College of Education, Ilesha, in Osun State, Nigeria. And the president of this ministry, Evangelist Mike Bamiloye, was also a student as at that time of the institution, but had graduated 2 years before that time. So people with the same visions and calling began to join the ministry. You can tell since between 1985 and 1986, which was primarily devoted to spiritual preparations of prayers, fasting, searching of the Word of God. On the 11th of July, 1986, the ministry had the first drama presentation at St. Margaret Girls' Grammar School, Ilesha, during the first Nigerian Christian Teachers Conference. I'll take that again. On the 11th of July, 1986, the ministry had their very first drama presentation at St. Margaret Girls' Grammar School, Ilesha, during the first Nigerian Christian Teachers Conference. You don't take the journey don't far away. No be today, they just start. As I went back to when I was preparing for this show, I went and I was just claiming that really, they've come this far. Yes, it takes a lot of hard work and the grace of God to pull all of this project, and persistence, consistency. It's not easy, but once you've envisioned something and you've actually set your mind to do this, then of course you will do it. So the first drama was actually a presentation, at St. Margaret Girls' Grammar School, like I said, during the first Nigerian Christian Teachers Conference. The first drama was musical theatrical presentation titled Hell in Conference. So if I'm going to ask you this question on my next show, take notes, because you're going to go home with a gift. So take notes. July 11th, 1986, their first very drama presentation. And the title of that drama is Hell in Conference. So take note of that. And in August 1987, Evangelist Mike Bamiloye resigned from his teaching professions to work full-time in the increasingly busy ministry. Let's go on another break, and when we get back, we'll continue, and of course, we'll list a few of the works they've done, few of the movies they've produced, and this one is titled Olori Ogun, featuring Joshua Israel. Take it and enjoy.
Lólùgbèjà mi, ọ̀tá tó bá dènà tèmi ò á bókun lọ o. Olórí ogun, lólùgbèjà mi. Olórí ogun, lólùgbàlà mi. Ajagun ṣẹ́gun, lólùgbèjà mi. Ọ̀tá tó bá dènà tèmi ò á bókun lọ o. Olórí ogun, lólùgbèjà mi. Ọ̀tá tó bá dènà tèmi ò á bókun lọ o. Olórí lólùgbèjà mi. Ẹ̀gbọ́rí sókè o ẹ̀yin ẹnu ọ̀nà, kí a sì gbé sókè o ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀kùn ayérayé. Kọ̀gá ògo wọlé wá, Olúwa tó le tó lágbára, àpáta ìdìbò Olúwa tó le ní ogun. Ẹ̀gbọ́rí sókè o ẹ̀yin ẹnu ọ̀nà, kí a sì gbé sókè o ẹ̀yin ilẹ̀kùn ayérayé. Kọ̀gá ògo wọlé wá, Olúwa tó le tó lágbára, àpáta ìdìbò Olúwa tó le ní ogun. Olórí ogun lólùgbàlà mi, ajagun ṣẹ́gun lólùgbèjà mi. Ọ̀tá tó bá dènà tèmi ò wá gbógun lọ o. Olórí ogun.
Lolugbeja me, don't try to cross my path, else you would go with the battle. Yes, that's Olori Ogu by J. Mike featuring Joshua Israel. That's one of the soundtracks of the Mount Zion Film Ministry. And of course, this is a 2022 soundtrack. I must not but give you the best. Okay, yeah, sometime in 2021, pardon, sorry for the misinformation. It was actually brought to the limelight in 2022, January 13th, 2022. Yeah, moving back to the history of the Mount Zion's movie production. We're looking at the history today on the Movie Enthusiast Show. If you're just tuning in, you're very much welcome. We've got halfway, but you're still welcome. It might interest you to know that on October 8th, 1988, Mike and Gloria got married to combine their Z. You know that kind of thing now. You know that kind of thing. Sometime a few weeks ago, we saw on social media where the bride sings and the husband is drumming. That kind of thing. When you combine that Z, the ministry tends to move forward even better and farther. So that was what happened on October 8th, 1988. They got married to combine their zeal, attentions, and efforts on the growing ministry. In August 1989, the entire members of the ministry went on full-time service unto the Lord in the ministry. From then, we can see the ministry has gone on outreaches to Kano, Zaria, Kaduna, Jos, Calabar, Benin, Warri, many places even outside the country. And the Live Drama Tours has been taking the ministry to other African nations like Ghana, Cameroon, and Kenya. And if you travel, if we move forward to the year 2023, the Lord opened the door to Europe. And then they flee to the abroad with drama outreaches in London from the year 2003. The Lord has opened a new chapter in the volume of the ministry and giving them a priority vision of film and TV serial productions. And ever since then, they've been back-to-back production. My producer has watched virtually all their movies, but I can tell you she hasn't watched from 1990. You have not watched from 1990?
No.
Okay. Because growing up,
see, you just dragged me. So let me tell you, I've been watching Mount Zion movies since 2001. Yes, since 2001. Okay. And even then, you can still watch the older ones.
Of course. Even now, if you want to watch them, they're all on YouTube.
Now, it's even difficult for you to go and watch those ones because you have to search, and then the video quality and all of that.
Of course, you can't.
But then they randomly play the very old ones of Mount Zion movies. And there's something I had with Mount Zion movies. You just dragged me into this shoe. Kai. There's something I have with Mount Zion movies. It was so scary for me. Yeah. Yes, like when they are showing you hell and they are showing you hell, like in your mind, they're like, is this how it is? And you see someone acting like the devil. They make it real.
Yes, make believe.
Exactly, a make believe. And I was always scared. If they're showing it, and of course it is a religious movie, it's a religious production. So my mom never stops me from watching it. And instead of watching the DBN and the other kind of movies, she'll tell us to sit down and watch it. And it was scary because it was too real for me. And anytime I see watching Mount Zion movies, then was like a torment. It's now that I want to watch. Now I'm looking for the Mount Zion movie to watch. I don't miss it.
I've got quite a number of them. In fact, a lot of them if you want to watch. So that's that. Anyone you see watch Zion movies today, you can tell they have every reason to watch it. In times of biblical, they get to pass the message and all of that. You get entertained at the same time because it might be scary, but of course, the journey is not that all rosy, and that's that. On that, they've got a lot of production. In the year 2004, the ministry was on film locations thrice for the production of The Haunting Shadows and Busy but Guilty. All right, quickly moving on to the year 2005, between year 2005 and 2010, within a space of 5 years, 6 TV serials were produced by Mount Zion Films Production, Nigeria. And these movies are Blood on the Altar, The Forgotten Ones, One Careless Night, and The Stormy Seas. So between the years 2005 and 2010, 5 serials were produced by Mount Zion Movies, and in addition to more than 11 feature films. So by the priority of the mission the Lord has set for them, they are vacating the live drama stage for a while so as to be able to feed the general masses with the word of God through the films and television's program outreaches. Therefore, by the end of August 2014, the Mount Zion Faith Ministries International had produced 100 Christian movies. And I can tell you today, they have over 200 movies they've produced. Over 200 movies they've produced in the last, how many years? So the Lord is actually increasing the work of their hands, and you can all see it's obvious. The recent one, I watched one, and the one I actually watched, I watched from the beginning up till the end, is Abejoye. Comfortably, now that I'm having sense. I can remember growing up, I used to watch their movies as well, but now that I'm growing up, I watched Abejoye. I never wanted to stop watching it because it's very, very...
It's just the way we are following Abatuana back to back.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to find time to sit. And I'm someone that is very addictive. I get addicted easily. If I start to watch this thing, I will not stop.
This is good addiction, I tell you. This is good addiction. I mean, people get addicted to different kind of things, but this is good addiction. So
I'm going to be listing quite a number of movies they've done in the past. Not all of them though, but I'm going to try from the year 1990. Which brings me to the first one, The Unprofitable Servant. Of course, it's on YouTube. All of these movies we're talking about, it's on YouTube. And we have just a few minutes to go. My producer is already timing me out. But I'll try as much as possible to give you 10. Max 20 because of our time. But I'm going to promise you 10. So the first one is Unprofitable Servant. Since the year 1990, they had Unprofitable Servant. Of course, it was produced and directed by evangelist Mike Bamiloye. To specifically watch The Unprofitable Servant on Damilola Mike Bamiloye's, you can go on YouTube, like I said. And the second one is The Beginning of the End. It's the title for me. The Beginning of the End.
It's one of those scary movies.
The Beginning of the End. So that's also a 1990 movie. And if you want to watch, of course, you can go to YouTube. The third one is Ibere Okmiaye. But wait. It's actually the Yoruba of the first one. The Beginning of the End. So Ibere Okmiaye. So that's the Yoruba version of it. It was produced in the year 1991. That's a year after the second movie. The Last Generation is the fourth one. I can see Jennifer nodding to this. I think she has seen it. The Last Generation, that's a 1991 movie as well. Still in 1991, they had Lost Forever. Traveling down to 1992. This particular one, Perilous Times. Yeah, it rings bell. Perilous Time. This is a 1992 movie. In that same year, they had another one, Ewu Igbaikeyin. Yes, it was directed and produced by evangelist Mike Bamilo in 1992. So in 1992, they had 2 movies produced. And in 1993, they had about 4 movies. That's Agbaranla Part 1, Agbaranla Part 2, Agbaranla Part 3, and of course Agbaranla Part 4. You can actually tell with their movies they produce up to now. They have Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, and all of that. It's an ending. It's a must watch, yes. Okay, I'm going to take Okay, moving on to year 1994, they had the Power Encounter. The Power Encounter. Still 1994, they had the part 1, part 2, part 3 of Ultimate Power in that same year. Up until part 5. All in 1994. That's a lot of projects. And the next movie they produced in 1995, they were Attacks from Home, The Great Mistake, Part 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put a stop to that for now. So, from 1990, I've given you about 21 movies they produced. Some have the same titles in 4 parts, in 5 parts, but of course they are all very, very interesting, intriguing. Everything is an understatement. I wish I could continue, but next week I promise to continue with the list. Really, I wish I could just give you, because some people, they've lost track, and if you need to know more about the movies, if you want the list, you can join me on the show next week on the Movie Enthusiast Show here from 5:10, between 5:10 and 5:40, and then I'm going to be bringing to you the continuation of the list of all the movies Mount Zion's movies production have produced in the last 35, 36 years. Thank you very much. This is why I dread the curtain. Next is going to be another edition. I wish you to be a part of it. I'm going to be leaving you with Wonder by Abejoye. This is a soundtrack from the Abejoye season 3. Thank you very much to my producer. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. And on this note, I say you have a lovely evening. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria. On Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. Don't forget to also follow me on Facebook. My name is Taiwo Adiola Shabulegbe. On Instagram, I'm DJ Sharp_05. Yeah, do have a lovely evening. Bye from me to you.
This is Lagoon Radio.
Ògbénú Adélébọ̀ ṣògo. Gbanigbani tí ayé ń sáyà. Kí lẹ̀ ń fọ́lọ́run pé